What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning, yes, once again, Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Look, it is fight week, people. So a lot of buzz are going to be, and a lot of videos are going to go out concerning Tyson Fury and Deontay, the Bronze Bomber, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, okay? So, it does not stop here. Tyson Fury states, and he makes this claim, and this is the first time I've ever heard this, but he says Deontay Wilder doesn't punch harder than Wladimir Klitschko. He says, quote unquote, he says, Wilder doesn't punch as hard as Wladimir Klitschko, Fury says. I took his best shot flush on the chin and I got back up, said Fury. I don't think he punches harder than Klitschko. Wladimir Klitschko has a massive knockout punch and had more fights than Wilder. With Wilder, it's not so much his power, it's the speed that he lands at. It can be tricky when you don't see it coming, said Fury. And to put this all together, he may be right. He may be absolutely right with what Tyson Fury says. You know, a lot of things Tyson Fury says, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit. But then, some things that he says, you know, it makes a lot of sense, you know. Fury was it was the idea that the punches that landed on Wladimir Klitschko, from Wladimir Klitschko, maybe appeared harder than Tyson Fury, or to Tyson Fury, rather. But then he didn't get hit with the same shots as Tyson received from Deontay Wilder. So you could make the argument, people, that it's kind of it's a difficult thing to prove if you're saying that, oh, Wladimir hits harder than Klitschko. He didn't hit him with anything. He just basing that on the amount of fights that he's had. Yes, the experience, this ring IQ, but the power overall, that's all in the question. But I can tell you this. That's like fighting over apples and oranges when you're talking about Deontay Wilder's punching power versus Wladimir Klitschko's punching power. Why? Because that doesn't matter, and power alone means dick, people. It doesn't mean anything unless you can apply it, unless you make that power effective through your punch, through whatever punch you use. It doesn't matter if you have strong punching power. Oh, he has the power of a lion. It doesn't matter if that power of a lion can't be exercised the right way. It does not matter. So with Klitschko, what I think Tyson Fury's hinting at is that Klitschko, because of his ring IQ, experience, technique, practice, dedication, a lot of those things applied, that he was able to get more knockouts than Deontay Wilder has wins. Okay, and I don't think it was power all by itself versus Wilder relies solely on power. It reminds me of Conan the Barbarian. And you know I'm a movie buff, so I'm going to give you an example. Conan his family was killed by like the snake tribe, the snake cult, right? And there were the snakes that went like this, you know what I mean? And there was, James Earl Jones, and he killed the mom and the dog and his father. But then he was saying that I used to be in love with flesh. I used to worship flesh or steel or whatever. But then he learned how to be more manipulative by his words and his tongue versus steel. He used to worship steel. Just like Wilder worships power, okay? Versus someone like Klitschko has all of it. He possesses all these attributes versus Wilder having this one massive knockout. or this one massive attribute, which is power. Now, this is what I will say. What does that mean? If Tyson Fury says that Wladimir Klitschko hits harder than Deontay Wilder, what does that really mean, really? That means that that's giving Deontay Wilder props, believe it or not, because Deontay Wilder was able to do something that Wladimir Klitschko could not do to this day, right? To this day, he couldn't knock down Klitschko. He could not make it a fight that was a unanimous decision like he did with Mr. Steelhammer, right? He couldn't do that. Not with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder believed in his power. So here's the thing. This is what I'll say to that. You have a lot of people that are so complex, intelligent, smart, cunning. They create these type of strategies and things like that, how to do something. But a lot of times, I feel how Deontay Wilder wins fights because I believe he believes in his power, but it's from the mentality of this and knowing only this. Sometimes the most complicated things are solved by the simplest of answers. And the simplest of answers is having power that Deontay Wilder has. Now that's strange to say, but it took him knocking down Tyson Fury twice. Tyson Fury, again, was a person that the way he spoke of Deontay Wilder with the one-trick pony and the way he threw the punches, that he was never supposed to land those right hands. Ever. But then Steelhammer he didn't land those punches like that, right? He didn't land that right hand that Klitschko put to Joshua and put him down in the 6th round, did he? No. Why? Because styles make fights. We've already known what the rumors are against Wladimir and Deontay. He gave Deontay a whooping, he dropped Deontay Wilder, okay. That's their style. Wladimir Klitschko, being a taller fighter versus another tall fighter that's inexperienced, he's going to take the school as he showed us in that sparring session, okay, in Germany or wherever it was, Germany or Russia. He showed that. But that doesn't mean that same fighter, Klitschko, was going to knock out Tyson Fury. That doesn't mean that. That's why everyone has its place, and every type of matchup is its individual result. Individual result. Because we don't know how that's going to happen. We don't know how that's going to happen yet. We don't know what's going to happen because these are two different fighters fighting each other for the first time. Those styles, the way those styles match up, we will see after they exercise and get everything out, okay? After they open up these punches and these series of combos, the ones that they learn, they train, then we'll see how those styles match up. And the styles that Wladimir Klitschko had with Fury didn't match up well, right? The styles of Wladimir Klitschko to Deontay Wilder, they didn't match up well, right? To Wladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, they matched was more evenly. Why? Because they had somewhat similar styles and it matched up well, okay? That's what we have, and that's how it is. When you take a guy like Fury, a irky-jerky, awkward guy, he's able to do this maneuver and, grab and hold, and he's accustomed to jabbing and grabbing himself, and he pretty much got beat at his own game by Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury just made it more elusive, so it is what it is. But really, the punching power itself, me to honest, it don't matter. Why? Because you have to apply it. But Deontay Wilder, again, was able to apply it. So you can't come at Deontay with anything right now because Deontay was able to do something that Wladimir couldn't do. Even though Wladimir was able to make his way with Deontay Wilder as he seen fit, and he wouldn't want to fight him unless he came in there and fought someone that was credible, right? Unless he raised his opposition back in the day, right? So yeah, this is boxing. So no, I don't doubt it, but I don't see how it's justified by Tyson Fury to have a barometer really on how hard Wladimir Klitschko punches, and he's talking because of the amount of knockouts, but he's not speaking from personal experience because he didn't really get caught with those punches like he did with Wilder. So that's my counterpunch on that. I feel that Tyson Fury's making a statement, more mind games, but at the end of the day, you counterpunch through that. It really doesn't matter. For one, Wladimir Klitschko's retired. For two, he's not fighting Wladimir Klitschko. And Wladimir Klitschko's not fighting the winner out of these guys. So what difference does it really make? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury saying that Deontay Wilder doesn't hit harder than Wladimir Klitschko. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.